puppets. Yeah, puppets. You see, in this fairy tale, we talk about Doug the Puppet Master. Now, Doug knew Geppetto, but he wasn't skilled. He definitely wasn't a necromancer. No, he actually dealt straight with puppets. Like, that's all he dealt with. The problem was, he decided not to make him out of wood. He made him out of all different kinds of things, but never wood. So first, he tried to make a stone puppet. And it was like, kang, kang, kang. And the teeth would break a lot. The teeth would break all the time. It was really cumbersome. It was really cumbersome. So then he tried to make him out of metal. And it was like clang, 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 clang. It was way too loud. Then he still refused to make it with wood even after that. Even after all that. And he said, diamonds. It was expensive. And he really, really had to steal a lot of stuff to get enough money to buy a whole puppet made of diamonds. Pure diamonds. He stole a lot. Mostly diamonds. Mostly. And he put them all together. And it was perfect. It went king, 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 king. Something was missing. It was too bright. It was too reflective. And then it was like, I'm blind. Like, he was blinded within a moment. Glancing at this puppet. But the clink was just right. It was perfect. Next he tried rubies. That went about as well as the crystals, to be fair. And it was a little sad at this point because he tried red rubies and green rubies. Both. And he tried opal. That didn't work. He was done with stones at that point. And a friend told him, well, why? If you can't use wood, why don't you use, like bone? And, the puppet master was like, okay. And so, Doug the puppet master just started collecting bones. Whatever bones he could find. And at first, he started collecting bones of, animals that didn't make it. And then he started collecting bones from unknown sources. He'd invite people over, make them some food, take them dancing in his living room. I know. Next thing you know, bones. He just got bones. Randomly. We don't know how. But then, he carved up these bones and he made the perfect little puppet. And he was like, right? Then he went to the circus. And he made his act. He had the little skeleton puppet and was like, and the trapeze artist was like, oh, wow, I've never seen anything like that. As they did like a triple torque, wheel kick, flip, with a spider land. And then they crab walked across the stage. It was incredible. Incredible. And that person that did that was like, I've never seen that before in my life. You know? So it's pretty rare. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I mean, I've never seen a skeleton puppet made of bone. Have you? Probably not. So then, get this. Strong man came up and he was like, oh, let me take a piece of the bone and just see how strong it is. Because I'm a strong man. And the strong man was like, oh, this is stronger than any bone in my life. Yeah. Stronger than any bone in my life. You like that accent? It was a strong man accent. So then the bearded lady came up and she was like, oh my gosh, how cute! That's the cutest puppet I've ever seen in my life. She's a nice lady. She's a nice lady. Right. Yeah. She's awesome. And then the what do you call it? What do you call them? Oh, the Fiji mermaid came over. It was like, and that was an animatronic puppet too. Because the Fiji mermaid is not real, but it could do this. Oh God, no! It's a waterfall. That was awesome. Poor baby. Do, 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 do. Yeah. You're the best baby. Yeah, you're the best baby. Then that night was the show. And as he was playing with the bones and doing his stand-up bit, you know, then I asked for bone and wings, you know. As soon as he said bone and wings, I made that pun. The whole crowd went silent. And it was really strange because, like, everybody was like, yeah, oh my God, hoot and holler, hoot and holler, hoot and holler, hoot and holler, whip my hair back and forth, oh my God, so funny. Then, all of a sudden, I said, bone and wing. All of a sudden, crowd falls silent. Oh, are you hungies? Okay. Here we go. Nom, nom, nom. Oh yeah, hungies. I know that hungy sound. Good job. So then, crowd goes silent. Dead silent. You could hear a pin drop. And you know, he thinks the joke just bombed, but God, that was a good joke. Next thing you know, one person stood up and they said, you took our bones away. Why would you do this? Another one stood up in the crowd. Our bones are in that puppet, and you're making puns about us. Another stood up. Bones are in there. Another stood up. Bones are in there. Another stood up. Bones. Another stood up, and they said, I think I'm in the wrong theater. And they just walked out. They just didn't think the joke was funny. But another stood up and was like, give us our bones back. Now, one last one stood up and said, I never had bones, but you took my one ring. And there was a ring on the puppet. He'd taken it from somebody that he knew. And they had actually borrowed that ring and never returned it. And that person was just really angry. And they said, instead of taking the ring back, I'll just take your bones. He was dead, though. He was like a spirit. Well, all the crowd. It had to be like a crowd of like 983. And that was how many bones he stole. The crowd came up. Well, actually, no, he stole 982 bones and a ring. And he came up and he was like, no, my life's work ruined. And they all just took a bone for themselves. They had a bone to pick. They had a bone to pick. Got it.